Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to this fourth edition of the Investors Day EmprendeXXI. Premios Emprende 21. It's an initiative of CaixaBank and ENISA. Today is a very special day because with this fourth edition of the Investor Day, we are closing the 15th edition because tomorrow we are launching the 16th edition, no, with a new program, no, new prizes and a new edition. So today, here we will have 12 startups that have been awarded in this last edition of the EmprendeXXI Awards. Some of them from Spain and some from Portugal. You will see some of them here, some of them will be connected. And first of all, I would like to thank you, to all the startups for being here today, all the investors that have been joining us also online and also here on site. And I hope that you enjoy the day. Also, we will have a fireside chat about how an M&A advisor can help the venture capital firms, on their business. So welcome, and with no further ado, because we are already a bit late, we're going to start with the first startup. So do we have Taxdown connected with us? Enrique? We will have the first startup is Taxdown from the Challenge Banca 21. And we have Enrique Garcia, the CEO and co-founder of Taxdown. They will have 3 minutes to do the pitch. Then we will have maybe time for one question. And then the idea is that later on with the networking, you can also mingle and have contact with the startups. So 3 minutes for you. Hola, Enrique. No se oye.
Hola, hola.
Can you try again?
Hola, hola.
Hola. No, no se le oye. The thing of being the first. So when you are online or offline. Ahora sí que se ha oído, ¿no? A ver.
Hola, hola.
Hombre, welcome. Welcome, Enrique. Well, as we were saying, welcome. You will have 3 minutes to do the pitch, and then we will have the Q&A. Okay? So whenever you want to start, welcome.
Perfect. Thank you very much, and sorry for not being there. I'm right now in Mexico. I want to present you Taxdown. And I don't know if you have ever filed taxes and how many people there have ever filed taxes, but you probably realize that it's a complete nightmare. If you go through government tools, probably it's very complex to include new income source that you may have. You never know if you are applying or your tax breaks and get into the best result. And if you are going through a tax advisor, probably it's a tedious process, lots of emails, documentation, and you neither have the certainty that you are getting to the optimal result. So that's why we launched Taxdown, a new way of doing your taxes. Taxdown is an app that allows you to file your taxes in a simple and fast way from your laptop or of your smartphone, making sure that you get to the optimal result, applying all the tax breaks that you have the right to. and also with the certainty that you are doing your taxes well, thanks to our team of tax experts that advise our users throughout the process and review your tax return before filing. Also, Taxdown covers all tax casuistics, self-employed, crypto investors, real estate tenants, so everyone can do their taxes through Taxdown. And how we do it? First, we connect to the tax authorities and file the tax information that the tax agency has. You can validate that information in a seamless way and include all the tax data that tax authorities or the government doesn't have. Second, the magic starts. So Rita, our tax robot, creates a questionnaire customized to your specific situation, so it can identify all the tax breaks that you have the right to apply. And last of all, we prepare your tax return that you can review and file completely online. Uh, all the users of Taxdown have a superb experience. We have been the app #1 in the App Store here in Spain. We have 4.8 ratings in Google Store with more than 11,000 reviews. 75% of our users repeat year on year, and 1 out of 2 refer to their friends and family our product. Also, we work with the best partners that recommend our product to their users and to their employees. And this allowed us to grow exponentially from our launch in 2019. We have been able already to save Spaniards more than 30 million euros, and we have already 800,000 users that already use Taxdown. But our ambition goes much beyond. We want to be the leading tax software in Latin America and Spain. Our launch in Mexico this year was an absolute success. We did 3x the results we did in Spain first year with half the budget, and we are now expanding in other Latin American geographies, Brazil being the next. And our vision goes much beyond just tax preparation. We think that tax return is just the consequence of all the decisions that we make throughout the year. And our vision is to be the technology that empowers people decisions on taxes and finance. So that's why we want to make available for everyone tax advisory. So I think that next time that you have to do tax returns, it won't be a nightmare anymore thanks to Taxdown. So join the tax revolution, and thanks very much to everyone.
Thanks, Enrique. Thanks for the presentation. I don't know if there's any question for Enrique. We have option for one. Anything clear? Okay, then thanks, Enrique, and yeah, we will let you know. Okay, thank you. Thanks for and good morning, no, because you were connecting now from Mexico.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Now we're moving on to the next challenge, which is Planeta 21, no, on how to be the terms in terms of sustainability and environment. The first startup is Pixel Voltaic. They are in Portugal. They were the winners in Porto, and we're gonna be connecting with Tiago Lagarteira in a second. Hi, Tiago. Hello. Can you hear me? Yes, we can hear you. I'm not sure. Are they also having a presentation to share?
Yes, I have.
Okay, perfect.
So can I share the screen a bit?
Yes, you can share the screen, and you have 3 minutes to do your pitch.
Okay, but it's not allowing to share the screen, Vanessa.
Pablo?
It says that the host disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay, now you can. Can you try now, please?
Yes, now it's perfect. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
So, good afternoon, everyone. So, my name is Tiago Lagarteira, and I'm here representing Pixel Voltaic. Our company was founded in 2018 as a spin-off from the University of Porto and developed solutions in the field of renewable energy. So, to decarbonize the energy sector, we need to move away from a carbon-based economy to a hydrogen-based economy. The problem is that most of the hydrogen produced today comes from the reforming of fossil fuels, which release many tons of CO2 every year. The sustainable solution that is in place is to use water electrolysis with renewable electricity to produce the so-called green hydrogen. But in average, this hydrogen is 3 to 4 times more expensive than fossil hydrogen. Moreover, the infrastructures for hydrogen storage and distribution do not exist and will require massive investments that will make this transition much harder and expensive, mainly for the end user. So the solution to enable a soft but swifter transition is to use methane decomposition to produce hydrogen and solid carbon without CO2 emissions. This process allows to benefit from the present infrastructures of natural gas and can produce the cheapest hydrogen in the market. But even more interesting is if instead of natural gas, we use biomethane or synthetic methane with this technology. Hydrogen can be then produced with a negative carbon balance. The problem with low-temperature methane decomposition is that typically solid carbon clogs the catalyst, deactivates it, and the reactor shuts down in a few hours. At Pixel Voltaic, we are developing a new and patented process running at low temperature that employs a novel regeneration of the reactor coupled with carbon removal for storage. In terms of market sizes, the demand for clean hydrogen will increase exponentially in the next decades. Our strategy is to focus first on centralized production to feed the industries of petrochemistry, ammonia, and steel. Later on, we will focus on decentralized production to convert hydrogen into electricity and heat for industrial and residential applications. Also important are the growing markets for solid carbon materials. Depending on their properties, these products will have different applications and market value. So our time in terms of technology development is to bring a new technology from the proof of concept to its industrial adoption in less than 5 years. We are currently working on a small-scale prototype that is expected to work under realistic conditions for at least 10,000 hours of continuous operation. Afterwards, we need to get funded to construct a pilot plant that will confirm that this technology is ready to be scaled up. Considering the low TRL of our technology, but also its great potential, we would be open to accommodate a partner that comprehends the great potential and importance of this technology and that is capable and willing to mentor on key aspects regarding business strategy. This is our team, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Tiago. Maybe you can now stop sharing your screen so that we can see you again. Hi.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if there's any question for Tiago and his project. Okay. Okay, then, well, thank you very much, Tiago, and we thank you for being here connected today.
Bye.
Okay, we are now moving on to the on-site startups. Now it's the time of Mafe. Mafe is the CEO of Fregata Space, and they were the winners of Planeta 21 in Catalonia. So, welcome, Mafe. You have 3 minutes, and you should launch the presentation. No, okay. Next, and the next one. Okay.
My name is Maria Fernanda. I love physics, mathematics, and satellite technology. 15 years ago, when I finished my PhD in quantum physics, I began to create technology. I created different companies, but I understood that we need to use the technology to understand the planet, to care the planet. 90% of people in the world need a safe, clean, healthy, and sustainable environment. And more than 6,000 children die every day due to the pollution worldwide. We have the key technological strategies and capabilities to get this problem and to save the planet. Fregata Space is an air observation platform to discover and monitor air and water pollution around the world in real time. Our platform works in 20 seconds, any place in the world. The platform works in 4 lines: data, brain, platform, and console. In the data, we get information from satellite constellations. We use more than 27 satellite constellations. Console, we can give the information to our customers. Here we have some examples of contamination that we discover in the water and in the air: plastic, hydrocarbons, problems in the ports, red tide, problems in the river, and in the air, particles in the air, here in República Dominicana. The market is very, very big because we are disrupting different markets, air market and water market too. This is our some market. We are delivering via online, the platform. Our business model is very clear. It's SaaS B2B. With that, during 2 years, we were analyzing the market and understanding how we have to grow. In this moment, we are working in different markets here in Europe, in Latin America, and in Japan, because are different markets. The regulation is very important, and the competition too. We want to be the first platform in this area, in the Earth observation platform for the planet. This is our team. We have received 11 awards in 2 years. And in this moment, we're in the round. The first round is 5 million to close in this year, and the second one to close for 2 years from January next year. We're going to use the money to create more infrastructure, to get more data, to create more algorithms, to deliver the platform in different places in the world, and to create the solution for different segments of clients. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mafe. So, there's a question for Mafe. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your presentation and congratulations for the project. I would like to understand a little bit better if you can share with us who is your buyer persona, how your commercial funnel will work, and if you don't mind, I don't know if you can share with us. You get a lot of different awards, so congratulations. But I'm going to say that this one, Premium 2021, is one of the better ones. So can you share with us the difference between all these different awards, and what do you think that Premium EmprendeXXI gives you to improve your project, your company?
Okay, thank you very much.
Toma, aquí, pues si no se oye en la...
Thank you. The first one, about the buyer persona. During 2 years, we were analyzing the market in order to understand who is going to buy the technology for sustainability. At the beginning, we thought that the buyer persona are the governments, but not. The buyer persona in this moment are the companies that need to have a clean water and a clean air, because they need to use water, for example, for aquacultura, for fishery, etc. Private companies need to understand what is happening in the nature, and they go to regulation to clean. For the reason we discovered that they are our buyer persona. We are working too with governments, but in other lines. For example, we are working capturing information in air and land for different municipalities, because they need to get and close the solution for the European regulation for different things. For example, particles in air, etc. The second question is about the awards, could be? The awards. The awards are, many of the awards were here in Spain. We have awards in Latin America, sustainability, because we have different layers into the company: deep tech, clean tech, machine learning, air observation, satellite information, and we go to with the regulation. For the reason, I believe that we have different areas where we can go to the contest. And initially, and principally, this award is very important for us because it's a good, it's a clean price. The competition is it's a good competition. Here we don't have any strange things because there are many strange prices in the market. Yes, it's a very good competition. It's good, and the ideas that we are delivering to the market are very well satisfying with the prices, because there are many juries, many people analyzing the technology and the company, and for us it's very important to understand if our technology is good for the planet or not. For that reason, the prices are important for us. Okay. Other one? No. So, okay.
Yeah, thank you, Mafe.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Okay, so we're going to be moving to the next startup. We are also changing challenge now. We're moving to B21, which is the digitalization and reactivation of the travel and hotels industry. And also, well, the first startup that we have here is Competize, and we have Jesus Gumiel, his CEO. So, Jesus, welcome. Have 3 minutes.
Too many things. Okay. Okay, so I'm Jesus from Competize, and I'm going to introduce our software to manage sports and esport competitions. So basically, we have a mission: digitalize amateur sports. Basically, we provide organizers with technology so they can save time doing all the administration work on the events, increase the visibility of the events, increase the engagement of the participants, and of course, earn more money. Thousands of entities has already joined the revolution of Competize, entities of different type, different size, of different countries, or even sports. And all of them, they have one single thing in common. All of them understand that nowadays, more than ever, you need data, not only to increase your profits, but also to retain your users. Users that come from more than 100 different countries in 40 different sports. This is a bit old. And as you can see, the market size of sport tech is quite huge. Our adventure started officially in 2019, and since then we keep growing up, even during the COVID lockdown, basically thanks to our diversification in countries and markets. Of course, we have competitors, but we have some superpowers too. One of them is that we are the most flexible solution out there, being able to provide services to any kind of entity, no matter the size, the type of the sport, worldwide. Currently, we have two main business models: a freemium SaaS that you can use for free or pay one of our subscription plans, and a white label solution that basically it's a premium branded installation of our technology. And right now, we are evolving our payment and model use based in data. This is our roster, two founders with a strong background in technology and marketing, and a multidisciplinary team covering all the areas of development, sales, and QA, backup for some seed investors, and trusted by a good range of private or public entities. And of course, this is just the beginning. We are facing some new challenges right now in different sectors and different regions like Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, evolving our sports and business model, as I commented before. And probably right now you are thinking, okay, that sounds good, but who could care about something like sport tech? These are some examples of acquisitions done by big sport brands and big sport tech companies in the US and the UK. And now it's time to decide if you want to be part of the sport revolution or if you want to watch it from the bench. Okay, thank you.
So, thank you. So who's ready, no, for leaving the bench and making some questions to Jesus?
Any question? No.
Is there any question in the audience? Come on.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
No.
I don't know if you are focuses on the market of
O sea, que si no, no se oye online.
clubs of any sport, or you are focuses only on the user that are going to do the application.
Yeah, so basically our two business models are complementary. It means that we have the SaaS, that is a freemium SaaS where we have more than 400,000 users registered. In that case, it could be a corporate league, a league organized by some group of friends, the type of league that most of you could play during the weekend. In that case, they use the SaaS, and it's like a ticket of perhaps 100 euros per 3 months or something like that. It depends on your size. And they help us a lot to evolve the product, because basically everything that we develop for this kind of a small customer is what we sell later to federation or for the diputaciones or for council, all these kind of customers. So the big tickets are for federation, international and regional, or sometimes it's even marketing agencies that want to create some cool event for a brand, like could be Coca-Cola or Toshiba or whatever. But for us, it's quite important, the SaaS, because basically it's the one that allow us to test all the technology before put it in front of the big brands that at the end are the ones that pay more money.
Okay, and you don't have any deal close with any big group like the Spanish Federation of Football or something like this?
Sorry, but
You have any deal closer with any big corporation like
yeah, well, right now, for example, we work with Ayuntamiento de Las Rozas in Madrid, we work with the National Federation of Costa Rica, Regional Federation of table tennis, pool in Andalusia, in Cantabria, several ones. So for us, it's not about one big number. It's about the sum of all small ones that allow us to provide the service to the big ones. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. We are now moving on to the next startup, no? Also on this space, but helping restaurants, no? To get better supply. We have Álvaro Pérez, CEO and co-founder of Harbest Market. So, welcome. Here. Hi.
Hi. So before we get started, thank you very much to invite me to be here in this day. And before we get started, I would like to, meanwhile they are trying to connect the presentation.
No, you.
But okay. So before we get started, let me ask you some question. Do you know how many intermediaries there are in the supply chain for restaurants? There are 4 intermediaries between the farmer and the restaurants. And do you know how many times the prices in origin are being multiplied by those intermediaries when it comes to the restaurant or when it comes to the supermarket that you are going on a weekly basis? They are being multiplied by between 6 and 8 times from the origin to the final destination. And this is why we are here today. I'm Álvaro Pérez. I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of Harbest Market. And Harbest Market is a marketplace that connects restaurants with farmers so that a restaurant can buy local products straight from the farmers without any intermediary part. So what we do on a daily basis is to eliminate all the intermediaries from the traditional supply chain. And we make it possible thanks to the technology, because we gather both sides of the supply chain into one single digital place, but also we coordinate all the logistics from the origin to a restaurant's door in order to make sure that everything is delivered in a good condition. So what we offer to the supply chain on the demand side, which is the restaurant side, we allow restaurants to save costs by 20 and 30% because we eliminate all the commission from the intermediaries, but also we give them fresher products, as the products are straight from the are coming straight from the farmers, and this allows us to give them better quality products, and they will have more time to use that product, so the food waste will decrease by 25%, but also we reduce the carbon footprint by 28% comparing to the traditional supply chain. And on the supply side, which is the farmer side, we give them the capacity to set up their own prices, so they maximize their revenue up to 50%, and this is how we make sure that they get fair prices and they will get liquidity as they receive the payment at the same day that they deliver the product. In terms of business model, it's pure transactional. We take the 40% of each transaction that is made in the platform, and with that commission, we have to pay logistics. The logistics now is representing the 20% of the whole transaction, so we are now having a 20% net margin on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. Regarding our traction, I don't know what happened with the graphic here, but let me tell you. Let me tell you how far we got in this during 2 years of operative. We launched Harbest Market in September 2020. Just remember, second wave of COVID-19. All the restaurants in Spain were closed except in Madrid that Ayuso decided to keep them open. And during the last couple of years, we have got more than 1,000 restaurants between Madrid and Barcelona. We are making 200K on a monthly basis as monthly GMV, and we are closing this year with 2 million euros as annual GMV. So we started selling fruit and veggies because when you start something, you have to be the best at something and be very focused. But now that we have the confidence from more than 1,000 clients, we are including new categories in order to maximize the average revenue per user. And this is why we are including categories such as meat, eggs, oils, rice, everything that a restaurant can need in order to be a one-stop shop for the restaurant. So, and regarding fundraising, we are raising 4 million euros with 2 main goals. The first one is to get the break-even in Spain. We have 10 months left to get the break-even in Madrid and Barcelona. So by the end of next summer, we are going to be profitable here in Spain. And once the business model has been proved that it's profitable, we are going to open Paris in order to convert Harbest Market into the biggest B2B food marketplace in Europe. But always following the same ambition that we have have from the beginning, which is creating a new supply chain, more sustainable, more transparent, but also more efficient. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Álvaro. Wow. More everything. You have question for no? Any question for Álvaro right now? Okay, Marcos.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Álvaro, for your presentation, and congratulations for the company. I don't know if I.
Yeah, go ahead.
You create a two-side business marketplace. Sure. So it's super interesting, but those companies normally have two challenges. The first one is to try to reach the producer. I don't know how to.
Supplier.
The supplier, sorry, the supplier. True, the supplier. And I don't know if you can share with us the cost, the CAC, or not the customer, but the cost that you have to get those suppliers. And on the other side, you have the customer, you have the restaurants. So I don't know which one is the main challenge here. If you have to improve the way that you reach those suppliers, or even that you have more easiness to find the restaurants who are interested in your marketplace. And as well, you talk about the investment round. You talk about 4 million euros to reach the French market, this new market. So I don't know if you can share with us if you want to reach this new market to get new customers, new restaurants, or you're looking for more suppliers. So which one, from your point of view, which one is the main thing here to do in order to improve the company?
Yeah, so thank you very much for the question. What I think is this model makes sense with hundreds of farmers and thousands of restaurants. So we need more restaurants than farmers in order to make it work. So I think the main challenge is to scale the demand side, which is the restaurant side. So what we do in order to acquire new clients on the demand side is we scrap TripAdvisor and we apply like a scoring model based on our buyer persona criteria, postal code, type of cuisine, average ticket, everything that a restaurant can have in TripAdvisor information. And then we score all the database from TripAdvisor and just start cold calling. We are very good at sales in the cold calling phase. And this is how we make it with the restaurants and with the farmers the same, but with other database that we can get from internet as Savvy database, which is the largest database of companies in Portugal and in Spain. And on the demand side, we have a cost of acquisition of 80 euros per client, and on the supply side, we don't have that figure analyzed because we are not looking for new suppliers on a weekly basis as we are doing in the restaurants, because we have like enough supply in order to provide all the restaurants that we are having in the platform. And regarding the decision to go to France, I think we are proposing like a hybrid model of supply that we will complement a national supply from Spain with local suppliers from France. So as it is happening right now in the supply chain in Europe, when in the parts of the year that, for instance, in France there is no tomato, the tomatoes are coming from Almeria, for instance, in the south of Spain. So what we are going to do is, okay, we are going to get local products or local suppliers in order to obviously reduce the carbon footprint, give more value to the restaurants, but also to reduce the logistic cost. And then when in those moments that the products are out of the season in the local areas, we are going to provide products from the south of Spain or from Spain, because Spain is the largest country in terms of production, in terms of food production. So we're going to apply like a hybrid model. Thank you very much, guys.
Okay, thank you, Álvaro. We are moving to the last startup in this space of the challenge Video 21. We have Loris Fregata from Offugo, and welcome, Loris. You will have 3 minutes. Oh no, here. Es que hay un lío aquí con los micros.
Hi everyone, I'm Loris, one of the co-founders of Offugo. And in Offugo, we rent cars in holiday destinations. So this is a graphic of how the mobility industry is. Okay, so if you need to rent a vehicle for less than 3 days, you have a lot of options. Ride-hailing, car sharing, scooters, anything, right? And if you need a vehicle for more than 6 months, you also have a lot of options. But if you need a vehicle for 3 to 15 days, then your only option is a traditional car rental company. Hertz, Europcar, Avis, etc. Right? So with my partner, we said, okay, so what is the user experience of those traditional car rental company? And the answer is this. Long queues to get to a counter, or long queues to get to a shuttle bus, and then a long queue to get to a counter. Confusing contracts, upsells, excess fees, deposits. And if you have a problem at 3 a.m., don't try to call customer service. No one will answer. So we decided to create Offugo to solve those 4 problems. And this is our solution. A simple platform, fully digital, where you book online, you receive all the information via WhatsApp, SMS, or email. When you land in your destination, we guide you to your specific vehicle, and that's it. The car opens automatically, and you leave. So in 2021, we launched the company in Mallorca with 72 cars. The result is more than 300 reviews, all 5 stars, and 360,000 euros in sales. So we said, okay, this is working. 2022, let's go big. 570 cars in Mallorca, Alicante, Ibiza, and Malaga. We kept our rating of 5 stars, and we made 2 million in sales. So great year again. And for next year, we said we need to go even bigger. So the objective is to open as many locations nationally and internationally. How do we do it? So basically, when we open a new location, what we do is we look for fleet owners in those locations that operate there. We install devices inside the car, and then with a layer of software that we built, we control those cars remotely. We can open, close them, can see where they are in real time. And we didn't build this alone. We have a team of 11 people, mainly tech people, customer service people, and operations people. And this is how we got to where we are today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Loris. The new, car rental made easy. Keep it to you. Is there any question for Loris and the team? Here, Roger.
Congrats for the project. I don't know if it's working.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's online.
When you talk about expanding, I think that you are going to expand more points in Spain, but are you planning to expand to Europe?
Yes.
And what's?
Can you please elaborate?
Could you please? Will you follow the same model here? Or could you explain us a bit more on which location and?
Yes, so what we want to start is what has been working for us are really holiday locations. So we're going to stay probably on the coast with the first locations outside of Spain will be Portugal, Faro probably, and then the coast of France, Nice, and maybe Italy as well, to stay a bit with the same type of customers, the same type of sales channels, etc.
Okay, thank you. And well, Ricardo? Okay, I'm coming there. I'm coming to you.
Hello, this is Ricardo from Plug and Play. Congratulations for the solution because I know it's a big pain renting a car right now. But I do have one question. How are you solving now the demand of cars? You know that it's kind of difficult to find cars, new cars for rental. So how are you solving that?
The easy answer is to say that at our level, it's not really a problem, because even if we have 500 cars, and if we want to go to 1,000 cars, we're still so small that we can find supply. But to grow bigger is much harder. So the way we are trying and planning to grow this supply is not taking the cars ourselves directly from the manufacturers, but reuse the cars that smaller car rentals all around Spain and Europe are already using. So we wouldn't have, at the moment, for example, 21% of the market is divided between small car rentals of 25 to 50 cars, and they represent a big part of the offer vehicles in Europe. So that's the type of offer we're using at the moment.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you, Loris. And then with these 6 first speeches, we finalize this first part. We are now moving on to a Fireside Chat. So I'm going to invite to the here with me Marcos Aubeso. He's the Director of Tech Scaleups M&A in CaixaBank, and then Alex Ferreiro from CaixaBank DayOne. And they're going to talk to us on how an M&A advisor can handle the venture capital. So this is a micro for you, and you have another one here. And okay.
Bueno, hola a todos. Yo trabajo en desarrollo de negocio en el equipo de DayOne y Marcos Aubeso pues acaba de incorporar ahora como director de una nueva unidad dentro de marca de inversión que se llama Corporate Venture Capital and Tech. Muchas gracias, Marcos, por acompañarnos. Y bueno, pues el título de la charla es cómo un asesor de M&A puede ayudar a un fondo de venture. Antes de empezar, pues quería compartir algunos datos ya publicados en el primer semestre del año 2022. Que bueno, notamos que hay una ralentización, ¿no?, en las actividades de inversiones, sobre todo con respecto al 2021, ¿no? Y si bien es cierto que el 2021 traía viento de cola de operaciones no cerradas, ¿no?, debido a la pandemia, con lo cual pues esto derivó en una gran actividad en términos de volumen y en términos de número de operaciones. Pero aún así, a todo, pues este 2022, en términos de volumen, pues tenemos 1.200 millones, que eso es, con respecto al año pasado, supone en términos de doblar, si bien es cierto que bueno, pues la operación de Globo de 800 millones pues desvirtuó un poco la cantidad. Y en cuanto al número de operaciones, también, oye, pues felicitar el año 2022 porque cerramos el primer semestre con 46 operaciones, que esto iguala todo el año 2020, ¿vale? Y bueno, un par de datos por tipología de comprador, pues el 56% sigue siendo una compañía tecnológica, M&A. Los corporativos les cuesta más, ¿no? Esa parte perfil industrial, perfil más estratégico, ¿no? Pues está un 28% y un 13% el private equity. Y después también por tipología de exits, pues es cierto que la mayoría es M&A, salvo 2 operaciones de secundario, ¿no?, como son Globo y Educat, y bueno, la IPO de Hanum, ¿no? O sea que nada, Marcos, cuéntanos cuál es el rol que hace un asesor de M&A especializado en startups, en scale-ups. Y bueno,
pues bueno, antes de nada, gracias a todos por estar aquí y gracias a CaixaBank a DayOne por invitarnos, que todo queda en casa. Y no, bueno, antes de empezar a explicar, pues oye, cómo un asesor de M&A pues, puede ayudar, y la voluntad es poderos contar a todos vosotros, a los que os interese, tanto los que estáis en el lado del inversor, a través de diferentes fondos, como los que estáis emprendiendo, pues intentar solucionar a lo mejor dudas que tengáis alrededor de un asesor de M&A, ¿no? Pero coincido contigo con toda la lectura que has hecho del ecosistema. Yo creo que, bueno, seguramente todos lo estáis percibiendo, tanto si estáis del lado inversor como del emprendedor, pues que estos meses pues ha habido un cierto freno, ¿no?, en el volumen de inversión, por llamarle de alguna manera. Veo alguna sonrisa, alguna mueca, cierto freno, por no decir frenazo, pero no, cierto freno. Y yo os diría que sin tener aquí pues ninguna bola mágica, pero sí que creemos que de cara al 2023 pues se reactivará todo seguramente, no sé si a la misma velocidad, pero se reactivará segurísimo. Al final sabéis que los inversores tienen los bolsillos llenos, con lo cual tienen que invertir y tienen un periodo de inversión. Seguramente pues las valoraciones se ecualizarán, pero bueno, no queremos hacer de gurú, pero sí que creemos que esta etapa que estamos viviendo en este tercer trimestre y cuarto trimestre pues no tiene por qué replicarse en 2023, ¿no? A nivel de asesor de M&A, más allá de intentar pues tener esa foto un poco aséptica del ecosistema y estando en los dos lados de la mesa, apoyando tanto a fondos como a startups, y poderos dar el feedback, como ahora estábamos dando, un poco de tranquilidad, de oye, pues mira, creemos que la tendencia va por ahí, y ser vuestro asesor. A nosotros nos gusta decir que como asesores de M&A intentamos acompañar durante todo el proceso de venta o de fundraising de una compañía o también de un fondo. Ayudamos a fondos a levantar el PIS. y a vender participadas, ¿no? Tanto porque ellos tienen un interés genuino, porque tienen un portfolio, pues a lo mejor de 1, 2, 3, 4 participadas que no quieren continuar gestionando y quieren darle una salida a ese fondo, pues vendiéndolo entero o vendiendo alguna participada, como porque nos prescriben pues, a participadas de su portfolio que creen que están en un momento de fundraising o de venta y quieren poner método, ¿no? Un poco por daros también una visión de lo que creo que os puede aportar un asesor, y no solo nosotros, que la mayoría entendemos que trabajan de esta manera, es poner método en el proceso de fundraising o en el proceso de venta, ¿no? No hacer un proceso de fundraising, por centrarnos en alguno de los dos, no es mandar un cohete al espacio, pero sí que es verdad que hay una cierta metodología, unos ciertos pasos, y además es muy intensivo en tiempo, ¿no? Por parte del equipo gestor o del C-level. Con lo cual, si os podéis liberar, entendemos que en etapas muy iniciales es muy difícil, que un asesor os pueda acompañar, más que nada porque su fee pues a veces no se argumenta, porque las rondas son pequeñitas, y además porque el inversor también quiere pues, ver de primera mano y que el fundraising de las primeras series o de las etapas pre-serie A, por decirlo de alguna manera, pues sean directamente por parte del emprendedor. Sí que en procesos más maduros, cuando el emprendedor pues, está moviendo lo que siempre decimos, ¿no? Diferentes platillos en el aire al mismo momento, pues poner un asesor que sea capaz de complementar el equipo en ese momento concreto de venta de compañía, de fundraising, para que no desfocalices pues, al director de operaciones muchas veces o al director financiero o directamente al propio CEO que está con otras cosas a nivel de negocio, pues bueno, sí que entendemos que aporta valor, ¿no? No sé si alguno de vosotros ha hecho ronda, aquí veo algún dedo ya intentando levantarse, pero si me dejas, Álvaro, no sé si alguno de vosotros ha hecho ronda con un asesor, los que a lo mejor habéis salido un poco a pichear fuera del ecosistema español, otros ecosistemas a lo mejor un poco más maduros, pues sí que están acostumbrados a ir más de la mano en etapas más tempranas de la parte de un asesor. Pero dime, Álvaro. Sí, no, comentemos. Bueno, aquí yo no soy el moderador, pero me parece interesante, ya que somos pocos.
Álvaro, sí.
Pues, no sé si se escuchará en online. Le dejo el micro. Bueno, podrías dejar el tuyo, ¿no?
Sí, sí.
Bueno, Alex, cuéntame.
Me modero y me hago preguntas. El siguiente paso es hacer de azafata ya.
No, quería preguntarte, ¿qué tipo de formas de financiarse puede obtener o puede utilizar una startup para este tipo de operaciones de M&A y cuáles recomiendas tú que pueden ser interesantes? Aparte del equity como tal.
Yo creo que poner el abanico entero de opciones encima de la mesa de lo que hay en el ecosistema es inteligente y para eso está el asesor, para que le digáis, oye, pues mira, quiero plantear, incluso nosotros decimos, cuando estamos hablando con un proyecto y le estamos planteando pues una posible colaboración y estamos viendo pues exactamente cómo enfocar, si tuviéramos que hacer la ronda, ¿no? Entiendo que ahora hablas más de ronda, ¿eh? Pues yo te diría que incluso ponemos encima de la mesa, aunque no lo hacemos, no lo hacemos y no hacemos el filing ni mucho menos, pero ponemos encima de la mesa el plantear el asesoramiento en deuda blanda, por ejemplo, en deuda pública, ¿no? Y decir, oye, vamos a estructurar cuánto necesitas para complementar este business plan. Oye, pues mira, yo necesito para llegar al siguiente hito de valor, me lo invento, 4 millones de euros, que por aquí ha salido en alguna presentación, ¿no? Pues oye, pues esos 4 millones los voy a usar para hacer A, B, C, ya lo sabéis, ¿eh? Oye, pues equipo de marketing, equipo de tecnología, necesito abrir un nuevo país, con lo cual necesito un country manager por ahí, o sea, lo que sea, la flor que sea. Y de esos 4 millones, ¿cómo los quieres levantar? Pues mira, yo creo que por etapa, por momento, por valoración, por sexiness del sector, esto lo tenemos que hacer con un venture capital, o esto tocaría hacerlo con un private equity, o mira, esto lo vamos a hacer un split y ahí es súper interesante que ahora te presentes, pues, de lo que decíamos, deuda blanda, perdona, a nivel de fondos europeos y podemos sacarnos 1 millón de euros, que nosotros notaríamos el filing, pero intentamos pensar contigo lo que es atractivo, interesante y que tiene fit con tu proyecto en ese momento y lo demás lo vamos a desglosar de esta manera. Con lo cual, sé que no te estoy respondiendo, pero al final te diría, ya lo he dicho yo, pero te diría, oye, la voluntad es sentarnos alrededor de una mesa y decir, creo que lo que toca es A, B y C. Y aquí todas las patas que sabéis que se mueven en el ecosistema.
Hablo de una operación de M&A como tal.
Ah, un proceso de venta, perdona.
Bueno, una adquisición.
O sí, un proceso de venta.
Uno compra y el otro vende. O sea.
Entonces, ¿qué vehículos de financiación nos recomendarías a las startups utilizar? ¿Cuál crees que es el más óptimo para una startup utilizar para comprar otra compañía o tradicional o un player digital?
Claro, aquí O sea, tú, si te estoy leyendo bien, ¿eh? O sea, tú me estás diciendo, oye, yo soy una startup, quiero comprar otra startup, ¿cómo me puedo financiar? ¿No? Claro, es en función del momento en el que estés, pero lo normal es que lo hagas con fondos propios, o sea, lo típico. Si tú lo que estás buscando es, oye, me gustaría poder apalancarme con un tercero para comprar, pues lo tendríamos que ver en cada momento. O sea, no te sé decir una respuesta de, ostras, pues mira, usa este fondo ahora en concreto que te puede ayudar, me lo invento, a un Venture Debt, por ejemplo, que te pueda ayudar a comprar esta compañía, que esto te servirá para extender negocio. Lo veríamos en cada momento.
¿En qué momento de
Te voy a
compañía?
tener que cortar, porque tenemos como 10-15 minutos más.
No, yo creo que es un debate... No, Álvaro, yo creo que es un debate súper interesante. Si quieres, en el café lo comentamos.
Moderador.
Gracias, Álvaro. Después continuamos. Nada, te quería preguntar, a ver, todos sabemos que los timings para un emprendedor son muy importantes, ¿no? Entonces, ¿cuánto dura un proceso? Desde que empiezan a conectar, dura un proceso de M&A.
Vale,
Establece un poco un calendario de plazos.
Buena pregunta. Yo creo que todos tenemos prisa y cuando queremos hacer pues, un proceso de fundraising o un proceso de venta, pues necesitamos el dinero para allá. Sí que os diría que, por no enrollarme mucho con la respuesta, pues intentad tener en la cabeza pues, que un proceso de este estilo puede durar entre 6 y 12 meses, ¿no? Al final, nosotros... Por mucho que vayas asesorado, evidentemente puedes recortar un poco los timings, pero al final los timings son los que son. Nosotros dividimos el proceso en 3 etapas, ¿no? Al final, entender bien el proyecto, pero lo tenemos que entender. Tenemos que generar documentación con vosotros, tenemos que pensar el data room, después hay un proceso ya más de approach al inversor, a los posibles inversores, hacer un escandallo, intentar hacer una shortlist y después ya todo el proceso de acompañamiento en el cierre, ¿no? Todo eso, por muy rápido que vayas, nuestra experiencia es que en menos de 6 meses cuesta hacerlo, pero sí que, oye, pues a veces hay casos excepcionales que se pueden hacer con menos, ¿no? Pero sí que os diría que busquéis un marco mental de esos 6-12 meses. No sé si he respondido.
Vale, en términos de proposición de valor, o sea, ¿cuál es la principal diferencia entre acudir, hacer una venta con un asesor de la mano o hacer una venta pues, directamente sin asesor?
Vale. A ver, en un proceso de venta de compañía, yo creo que es más evidente que siempre es mejor poner una tercera parte que os asesore, aséptica, que os pueda hacer de pepito grillo en ese momento, haciendo de bisagra entre el comprador y el vendedor, ¿no? Y básicamente, más allá de deciros que nuestra experiencia cuando hemos hecho procesos de este estilo es que somos capaces de maximizar el valor de la venta y hacer que los términos y condiciones de ese valor de venta, el pacto de socios que al final se genere, el shareholders agreement que se genere de esa relación, pues siempre sea un poco más lean. Esa es nuestra experiencia. Os diría que en un proceso de fundraising, que es lo que decía antes, ¿no? Que tampoco es mandar un cohete al espacio, sí que es verdad que acortar timings, que es un poco lo que decíamos antes, puede ser una opción, pero sobre todo al final es lo que decíamos, no desfocalizar al proyecto de su día a día. Con lo cual, de esta manera, el hecho de hacer durante 3 meses, 4 meses, estar haciendo una ronda, no tiene por qué resentir pues, el negocio de la compañía, del mismo modo que, bueno, que entendemos que seréis capaces de encontrar al mejor inversor que pueda encajar con vuestra política o con vuestra tesis de la compañía, porque habréis sido capaces de ver a través de un asesor pues, el mayor número de inversores y poderlos haber filtrado con un criterio a lo mejor un poco más aséptico de vuestro día a día, ¿no? Que muchas veces, y esto es una de las razones, sabéis que a veces pues, pasa cuando no termina de haber encaje entre el inversor y el emprendedor, muchas veces es fruto de, oye, pues mira, he encontrado el primero que encuentro lo sumo y lo pongo en el consejo de administración, ¿no? Para etapas más maduras nosotros creemos que alinear intereses entre lo que sería el Board of Directors, ¿no? Al final los inversores o emprendedores, pues aporta mucho valor. Y esa es una de las cosas que nosotros ponemos encima de la mesa.
Bueno, un poco al inicio, ¿no? En la introducción comentábamos los datos oficiales publicados, ¿no? Que todos sabemos que al final el countdown es mayor, ¿no? Porque hay algunas operaciones que no salen a la luz, ¿no? Entonces te quería preguntar, que nos hagas un poco de gurú, ¿no? Sobre qué va a pasar de aquí a final de año. Ya quedan pocos meses, pero ¿qué va a pasar?
Un poco lo estábamos comentando, ¿no? Sí. Pero me pones en una situación incómoda, ¿eh, Alex? No, yo os diría que seguramente de aquí a final de año, pues bueno, lo que decíamos, que veremos cómo los inversores pues están un poco más atentos a los proyectos. De hecho, si habláis con ellos también en el ecosistema, pues se ha visto una recesión en el número de nuevos proyectos. Yo creo que, pues, que venimos de estos 2 últimos años, pues fruto de la pandemia, yo creo que se han generado menos empresas y lo empezamos a notar ahora, con lo cual hay un poquito menos de deal flow. Ellos están un poco más atentos a nivel de inversión y a nivel de adquisición de compañías. Yo os diría que a lo mejor lo que está viendo el mercado es que se está buscando compañías más maduras, un poco más maduras, con menos voluntad de crecer a lo hockey stick y sí con una voluntad de encontrar la rentabilidad más rápido. Entonces yo ahora, si estuviera en vuestros zapatos y estuviera montando un proyecto y estuviera pensando en venderlo o en hacer fundraising, intentaría demostrar la rentabilidad un poco antes de lo que a lo mejor se tenía que demostrar en etapas anteriores, ¿no? en añadas anteriores. Pero bueno, aquí también vosotros, que tenéis el toque del sector, podemos abrir el debate igual que con Álvaro.
Vale, muchas gracias, Marcos. Y yo quería finalizar con un dato publicado, una conclusión que sacó a Digital, que decía que al final es el tercer lobby, ¿no? Después de COE y COP, más importante en España, y daba un dato de conclusión que decía que en plena pandemia, ¿no? Que estaba cayendo la actividad un 15%, las pymes, las compañías más digitalizadas, ¿no? crecieron un 5%, ¿no? Con lo cual al final la digitalización es un sinónimo de resiliencia y bueno, pues creemos que también es el momento de los corporativos, ¿no? De incrementar ese 26% del total de operaciones que decíamos al inicio.
Estoy de acuerdo.
Entonces, aquí un llamamiento a que los corporativos salgan de compras, ¿no?
Buena idea, buena idea.
Salir de compras. Tenemos una pregunta y con esto cerraremos
Venga, María.
el Fireside y seguiremos con las siguientes empresas.
Gracias. Para Marcos, sí, nos conocemos hace mucho, y este departamento nuevo que habéis creado, entiendo, nosotros trabajamos en el Fondo de Bolsa Social, como sabes, entonces de cara a nuestras participadas, de cara a levantar rondas o incluso a fundraising, por conocer este departamento nuevo que habéis formado, a la hora de elegir las startups pues, con qué boutique van, pues siempre miran 2 cosas, ¿no? Uno, track record, que track record tienen, que si es nuevo, pues tiene poco, igual que nosotros como fondo vamos a lanzar un fondo nuevo, que track record tenemos poco porque somos nuevos. Y segundo, los fees, que es la pregunta que no querías que te hiciera y te voy a hacer. Entonces, a nivel, entiendo que a lo mejor en cada caso os adaptáis, pero bueno, por saber un poco a nivel genérico, si tenéis pues un retainer, cómo funciona a nivel de fees, o si no quieres hablar de vuestro caso en concreto, a nivel mercado, para que conozcamos un poco cómo crees que está el mercado a nivel fees en cuanto a boutique de M&A. Para las startups sabes que es un tema importante.
Yo creo que son 2 preguntas súper pertinentes y tienen toda la lógica del mundo. Sabes que, como buen catalán, no hablaré de dinero, pero sí que te diré, por empezar por la segunda, ¿no? Te diré que no hemos inventado la rueda. Al final somos un asesor que te ayuda en este proceso de fundraising o de venta de compañía. Sabes que históricamente, por alinear intereses entre la participada, entre la compañía y el asesor, un retainer hace que te mires a los ojos y que digas, oye, vamos a dedicarle un tiempo, nosotros por nuestra parte y vosotros con nosotros, porque al final os casáis durante un periodo de tiempo para llegar a un objetivo, y ese retainer alinea intereses en el sentido que dice, oye, hay un coste por los 2 lados. Con lo cual te diría, existe un retainer, es un retainer que dura durante un periodo concreto, que se pacta entre las 2 partes, que normalmente está muy ligado, se parece mucho a las expectativas de closing, y antes he dicho, oye, entre 6 y 12 meses, pues os podéis imaginar que el retainer va por esa línea, ¿no? Lo segundo es que, como buenos comerciantes, pues ese retainer, si los hitos se cumplen con los timings que habíamos pactado, se descuenta en el momento de la operación, ¿vale? O sea, hay una voluntad después de, oye, si ha habido éxito en el proceso, pues lo descontamos, y se descuenta del success fee. Trabajamos a success fee. No nos hemos inventado nada, ya lo ves. Y el success fee, pues en función del proyecto, tenemos un número, un porcentaje en función del precio de venta o del fundraising que hagas. Tenemos un número bastante estanco y bastante de mercado. Yo te diría que no somos los más caros ni los más baratos. Y después siempre hay una voluntad, en función de si el precio se dispara, pues intentar ecualizar ese porcentaje, pues para que no sea una sangría o no sea un importe de más de lo esperado por parte del que está vendiendo, ¿no? Entonces, y por responder la primera, no sé si tengo tiempo, si no me lo saco, ¿eh?
Bueno,
pero,
¿si lo puedes decir en 10 segundos?
Sí, ya ves, yo soy de enrollarme. No, si quieres lo comentamos después, pero...
Eso.
Vamos,
que no te lo dicen. Bueno, muchas gracias Marcos y Alex por compartir. Ha generado mucho esto. Después también estarán por aquí para,
Perfecto.
Para el de esto. Y vamos a pasar a la siguiente parte. Un aplauso. Vamos a hablar de seniors, ¿no? de silver. Con más micros en la mano ya no puedo. So we're going to talk now about the Silver Challenge, no? And we're going to be connecting several startups online. We are now welcoming... No, it's, le estás dando al... Perdón. No, si quieres. We're going to connect with Amir. Amir from Virtuleap. He's connected online. Hi. Hi, Amir.
Loud and clear. Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Amir Bozorgzadeh, co-founder and CEO of Virtuleap, the company that is combining the neurosciences with virtual reality in order to address the huge impact that cognitive disorders have on society, most especially Alzheimer's disease, in which the call to action among startups is, can we introduce new emerging technologies that can better profile the cognitive health of individuals? And more importantly, can we introduce new methodologies that can detect cognitive illnesses, not just years, but maybe even decades before their ever onset? The problem is that screen-based devices, while accessible, also exclude most of the human condition. The virtual reality environment is literally the first embodied digital format that makes us believe we're actually existing in the environment, because we're not designed to live in two realities at the same time. When you're in a VR environment, your autonomic nervous system believes the experience is real. You recoil and shake if you have a phobia and you see a spider. That means higher quality of engagement, higher quality of data, higher levels of adherence compared to anything screen-based. It also means volumetric data sets are being captured. We have created a data infrastructure that collects psychometric data along with physical postural data. We know when your hands are trembling, we know your posture alignment, as well as we are collecting physiological sensors that allows us to even know whether you're focused or not. We know if a user is bored or if they're paying attention, all in one standalone solution. And so at Virtuleap, we've created a library of VR cognitive games designed by our neuroscientists to test and train a range of cognitive abilities like your motor control skills, along with your memory, and your spatial audio awareness, along with your problem-solving skills. 15 of these titles have been created to date, and we're building more and more that actually span across and target 22 cognitive categories. This is the most comprehensive assessment monitoring tool for understanding the human condition and our cognitive health, as a precursor for all sorts of applications, for ADHD, for learning applications, for, of course, Alzheimer's disease and many rehabilitory conditions. We've also designed a very sophisticated backend solution that partners like Roche in Portugal are currently using for dementia. MIT just finished a pilot last week. And when we look at the landscape of companies out there across all these different sectors, you can see the first row of neuropsychological assessment tools. Really, nothing has gone and evolved beyond pen and paper or digitized versions of pen and paper. Only virtual reality can actually track and capture the whole human condition. We have over 46,000 early registered users, a number of clinical studies currently underway with partners like Stanford, MIT, Roche, and of course, Vall d'Hebron Research Institute here in Barcelona, Spain. We don't have to wait for regulatory approval to make money. We've already been able to close 1.5 million in sales, and we're just looking for more and more partners to join us along the way as our team, a mix of scientists and game developers working hand in hand to show that virtual reality's most critical application is in overcoming the greatest social challenges, cognitive disorders that our society is facing today. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Amir? If not, I will make one. Could you also please elaborate a bit more on this current sales that you're having, the revenue, without being yet without the regulations?
We have so we closed since last year 1.5 million in initial licensing agreements, in which partners, particularly in the US, are licensing our content in order to provide it to hospital partners. We have an additional 3.5 million in pending proposals. We believe will end this year with additional 1.7 million in sales.
Okay, thank you. Is there any question besides? No? Okay, then thank you, Amir, for being able to join us today. Okay, and well, applause for him. And well, we're moving to the next startup. They are Maximiliana, and we are gonna welcome Jorge Torreu, his CEO. Hi, Jorge.
Hey, everyone, can you hear me?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, perfect. So first of all, sorry because my voice is a little bit bad. Okay. All right, awesome. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our project, Maximiliana. Just to start with, this is why we started. This is the beginning. We saw that in the technology communication sector with the elderly, that was the situation. One approach, phones that are very simple and don't include Wi-Fi or internet or anything, or smartphones that are adapted only because the buttons are big, but actually they are equally difficult for the elderly. That's why we created this smartphone, which is the Maximiliana smartphone, that for me is unique for two reasons. First of all, it has all the power and potential of the current technology. It can do video calls, it is smart, it can connect to things. And secondly, it works 100% on its own. In this way, everyone, no matter the age or the condition, can use it. And how have we done this? First of all, we've gone crazy with the details of how the phone sounds, how it vibrates, everything. And secondly, we've developed an app for the responsible, the children or grandchildren, that can control 100% of the phone. So the user doesn't need to do anything because all the control is in the hand of the responsible. And also, we've taken everything, the phone, the accessories that you need, like for easy charging, and the SIM card to provide internet and calling, and we've put it together, and we offer it as a service for $29.9 per month. Many people here might know that everything started with my grandmother, and whose name is Maximiliana. Actually, yesterday was her birthday, 91 years, which is quite a bit. And right now, it's a pleasure for me to say that more than 800 people, and there's some names, are using it right now. We are only 2 years old, the company, and we haven't done any previous round. Everything has been bootstrapping, and we passed the break even some months ago. And currently we are making 22K every month. So like the accounts and the company in that way, we are pretty clean because we are not in need of anything right now. We have many metrics of the device, and one that I like a lot is that we register more than 115 hours of video calling every day from people that previously didn't have a gadget, a way to connect to the internet. We are a B2C company, straight to the customer, while we've worked with some companies like those that you have on screen. And we've been able to grow so much organically because we've been on many media with my grandmother, like Antena 3, La Sexta, Cuatro, and that has allowed us to build a very big brand around a unique story that also makes us more unique in that way. Finally, this is our team, only 7 people. As we have a technical and technological product, we don't need much in order to grow. And we are all very young, and we do everything internally, from every single bit of the code of the phone to how we treat every client. Finally, just to conclude the future, currently we have over 800 clients, and we are planning to reach 2,000 in 1 year. And also, I would like to comment that the possibilities that the device allows are very big, because we are entering in houses that has never been internet or a technological device. So there are many ways to make advantage of this with complementary services, with other possible products that we are already investigating. So that's it for me now, and thank you so much for the time.
Thank you, Jorge, and thank you, Maximiliana. live. I don't know if there's a question for Jorge, that they were the winners of Aragon. Ricardo?
I cannot hear the question.
Oh. Speak up.
Maybe if you can tell me, Vanessa.
Sí, espera, a ver.
I don't know if you hear me now, but anyway, so my question is, you are like selling the hardware, but also the software, or is not something that you are like considering right now?
So for the client, the customer, we offer everything. We give the phone, the actual smartphone, with the accessories, with the SIM card, everything. And we offer it with as a service with a fee of 29.9 per month. And they don't have to be with us any longer than they want. So anytime they need to cancel the service or anything, they just cancel and they give back the phone.
Okay, so we're in. Thank you. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you, Jorge. And thanks for being here. Bye.
Yeah, thanks to everyone. Nice day.
Bye. So we are moving now to the last startup that is going to be pitching online. We're going to connect with Katusha Prado. She's the CEO of Neuroscience Tech, and they were the winners in Asturias. So welcome. Katusha, are you here? Hello?
Hi. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
So yeah, you have 3 minutes. You can share your screen. And
Yeah, I'm going to share. I'm going to share my screen.
Perfect.
Okay,
So
perfect.
you have 3
Okay.
minutes from now.
Thank you very much. Good evening. My name is Katusha Prado, and I am the CSO and one of the co-founders in Neuroscience Tech. The first thing I would like to share with you is that Neuroscience Tech was founded with just one objective: to solve the problem with the development of drugs for the treatment of neurological disorders such as Alzheimer's disease or Parkinson's disease. I am sure that all of you have heard about the blood-brain barrier, the BBB. The BBB protects our brain from pathogens and toxins, but at the same time prevents drugs to reach our central nervous system. This is why the development of treatments for neurological diseases is a challenge. So the problem is not the drug itself, but how to make the drug to pass through the BBB. Neuroscience has developed a new concept for delivering drugs to the central nervous system in a much more effective and safer way. We call this concept intrathecal pseudo-delivery, and it's based on the idea of clearing toxic molecules from the cerebrospinal fluid by an implantable device. Our system is patented worldwide, and over the last year, we've been working specifically in development of a prototype of the device to be tested in small animals, in mice. And we tested it with very promising results in terms of safety and efficacy. We have already published our data. Now we are working to advance in the design and manufacture of a fully implantable system to be used in humans in the future. And this device will be tested in large animals, in pigs. Because our absolutely new approach, there are no competitors in the category, just a company called Clear could have a similar idea. So also some of attempts have been developed related with extracorporeal filtration in order to remove toxic molecules. At this point of time, based on the company structure, our aim is to license our first development, the intrathecal pseudo-delivery device, to a big multinational company. Then in a second phase, we will keep investigating drugs to be used with our device in terms of drug discovery and repositioning of drugs. And we have 2 more products in our pipeline to be developed in the next years. 2 pharma companies have stated interest in our pseudo-delivery device. Here is our team. All the members of the funding and the management team have more than 20 years of experience in either biotech companies, research and innovation centers, and clinical practice. And our team has been very active in trying to find public and private financiation. In 2020, we completed our first round, and now we are in a new funding round, and the money we are looking for is 0.5 million euros. Thank you very much for your time and attention.
Hi, thank you, Katusha. Can you stop sharing your screen so that we
Yes,
can see you?
Yeah, I'm going to try. Let me see, because I don't know. I don't know what happened. I can't.
Meanwhile, I don't know if there's a question for Katusha in the audience.
I can stop sharing my screen. I don't know why.
No.
Okay.
There's no question? Okay, well, Katusha, then. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Now, back to the stage, no? And we have still 3 startups to finalize today. The next one is the last one in the Silver 21 Challenge. We have Andreu Climent, the CEO of Corify Care. And welcome, Andreu. And maybe we can go back to the presentation.
Good afternoon to everybody.
Okay. Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's the correct one. So you have 3 minutes, Andreu.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Meeting quite regularly, but 1/3. That means if you have 2 persons behind you, one of you will go one day into the emergency room with your heart beating like crazy. You will not be able to sleep, you will not be able to go to the stairs, and probably your life is in danger. That is happening to 1 million of Spanish people every year, more than 100 million around the world. And the best that we have is to put that patient into the surgery room. This kind of patients is that what we do is is in black. We do 200,000 ablations, cardiac surgeries per year, in which we introduce cables into the heart and we try to burn the origin of the arrhythmia. And the worst is that it fails in 50% of the interventions. I'm sure that you have any grandparent, grandmother that has a cardiac ablation, and the worst is that it is strange that they have only one. Many times they go 2, 3, 4 times into the surgery room. And it is because the clinicians cannot see the heart, can fail, and they are spending our public money for doing that. But it doesn't need to be like that. I am Andreu Climent. I am researcher. I came from Hospital Gregorio Marañón. I had been Ramón y Cajal and all the grants in research that I can be. But in 2019, we set up a company, which is Corify Care. And we developed a technology to ensure that the clinician can see the heart without the need of any surgery. What we have is a team that putting together the best clinicians in Spain and around the world and the best technological tools to move into a mapping tool in which fully non-invasively we sell the hardware, the disposable, which is our incomes, and we map both in a regular visit or during the surgery procedures to show to the clinician the heart, so they can see exactly what's going on inside of the heart and identify which is the optimal treatment. If a surgery is needed, ensure that it will work. This is a company we already have 4 patents. It's not rated in here, but it's there. We have already 4 patents, accepting 2 of them in Europe and States. We already have validated the technology in more than 500 patients, both here in Spain, which we're using Hospital Clínic Barcelona and Hospital Marañón, mainly. Now we're starting here in La Fe and in Stanford. We already are in the process to get the regulatory process. We will be approved by the end of this year in Europe, and we are in negotiations with FDA. So hopefully before next summer, we will have both approvals done. And we already, it's not rated in there, we already set up 9 million euros in private and public investment. And we already this year, even with research use only, we already have more than 200,000 incomes in sales, although we are not already allowed to sell the device. So this is a market in which we take the reimbursement per patient. So we provide the technology to the hospital, really easy to go into the hospital, and we charge per patient. And there are more than, only in Europe and the States, there are more than 1,000 hospitals. Every hospital gets this kind of patients, more than 10,000 new patients every year. So the business in here is more than 300 million euros only for this kind of mapping. That explains there are some slides missing, but anyway. So that explains why there are many investments in the area. Medtronic, which is the largest corporate, has recently acquired by 1,000 million euros a startup from California, which is mapping endocardially. And we are now moving into the international market. Next year, we will open Germany, Sweden, and States. And hopefully, thanks to this, if at some point in the future you have to go to the hospital, we will try to be sure that your heart will be in charge. Thank you.
Thank you, Andreu. And apologies because sometimes there are dwarfs that we don't know how
worry.
they come up and eat part of the presentations. But yeah, is there any question for Andreu at this point? No?
Congratulations for your presentation, for your pitch, and you told us that you are beginning the process in order to be supported by the FDA. So more or less, how many time do you think it could be to get the approval of your
money
product?
or time?
Time first.
I
And
already
then
have the money for getting it. That's not. We are not applying for money for that. We are, but the time will be. It's always a regulatory process, so we already have 2 interviews by them and 2 adulteries. It usually takes between 6 months and 1 year. So the worst that we are is next year by this time, but probably much earlier we will have it. And regarding the money, which is another important aspect, last year we closed a round of 2.5 million private money, and thanks to that we get up to 5 million of public investment, non-dilutive public investment. So we have the funds to get into the next big point of value, which is getting these regulations. So hopefully we will be there by the end of next year.
And then the second one, you are thinking in product in your own offices or branch, or you are thinking in develop another one to give your license to do it?
Good point. We were in the last round, we were invested by Grupo Mondragón in Basque Country, Clave Mondragón, and they are the ones who are building our hardware. And the disposables, which we are right now subcontracting, we are negotiating with them to set up in the Basque Country the production of them. So they are really experts in this. And right now it's our main issue. So to be sure that we can scale up the production. But well, it's working.
Okay, thank you.
One last question here.
Thanks very much for your project. I think it's amazing. And you're always talking about when something happens that in the hospital you use the equipment to have a clear view of what's happening. Have you think about doing something for preventing that?
For sure. So I'm telling you, okay, we can go into 200,000 patients in 3 years from now. That's our goal. But only in United States, there are 40 million ECGs every year. So at the end, our main goal is that anyone here in 10 years from now, when you go to any regular visit, you will get an ECGI. But of course, the price of a regular visit will not be the same. So we are focusing now in the most difficult ones, the more expensive also, which is the EP lab, the surgery room. But our main goal is to scale up to everyone.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Andreu. And yeah, you can take this. We are now moving to the next challenge. It's Semilla 21, and it's how the food industry, it's being transformed and digitalized. And well, we have Luis Chimeno from Oscillum, and they were with us in Semilla, and so welcome. You're gonna be there, 2 of you. Okay.
But he's only doing the
He's holding.
Okay, yes. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Luis, and he's my colleague Pablo, and we are both founders of Oscillum, a biotechnology company enabling you to understand your food. Before I tell you how we do it, I would like to bring you to the next situation. You take out some food from the fridge, but as you're not sure about its conditions, you prefer to throw it away. This is common practice for everyone. The result is that more than 1,700 million tons of perfectly edible food end up in the garbage with a huge environmental impact. This problem also affects our customers, food producers and retailers that, due to a lack of reliable and actionable information, frequently throw away food in perfectly good condition. It is estimated that this food waste prevents these retailers, an average retailer in Europe, from generating around 162 million euros per year. In Oscillum, we want to change this paradigm with this. This is a smart label that, once placed in direct contact with the product, changes its color to indicate the status of the product in terms of freshness, safety, and quality. With this technology, we do not only reduce the food waste and its cost, but also we improve quality control, we improve consumer experience, and we improve logistics. Before proceeding, my colleague Pablo will apply our technology
to a piece of meat to show you what will be happening later. All right, this technology nowadays works for fresh meat, for fish, and we are adapting it to fruits to accelerate the market entry in the next years. Basically, Oscillon will be the producers and providers of the technology. We will be selling them directly to food producers and retailers that will have to place them in contact with the product before the packaging process. We already count with some traction. We have more than 10 agreements. We count with more than 6 pilots nowadays, and we have more than 3 partnership agreements that will help us to enter into 3 different regions, well, internationally, Europe and America as well. The team, we have a full team. We have experience and motivation, and we have a pillar in the technical side. My colleague Pablo is in the business development, and I'm more focused in marketing and operations. We also are including new members in the next month, and we count, of course, with a strong advisory board that has vast experience and is helping us to continue as we grow. Nowadays, we are in the middle of an investment round. We are seeking 300K that will be complemented to another 300K that we already have. And this will be basically, as I mentioned before, to adapt and finalize the industrialization and the product for the fruit that will help us to enter the market in a more accelerated way. And well, just to mention, we already receiving, we are being backed up by the Valencian Innovation Agency, that is supporting our project with 45% for the adaptation. Now let's go back to Pablo. As we can see, the label is starting to change, indicating that the product is not safe for its consumption. This is basically how it works. And we are here today basically because with all the support, we can turn our vision into a reality and make of our technology a new standard, one that is more reliable, easy to use, and accessible to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Luis and Pablo, and also for the performance. I don't know if there's anyone with a question for them here. Hi.
Do you need to pass any regulatory approvals in order to sell your products?
Yes. For the meat and fish, we need to pass the general European regulatory, which is the FCA, actually, because it's in contact with product. For the case of the fruits, that's why we are entering into that product. The tropical fruits that have no edible, the skin is not edible, we don't need to pass such a certification. So that's why we are basically entering into the market with this kind of products.
And what's the status of getting the approvals?
We are already working on that. We are doing the tests that are mandatory, and we are working with the specialized firms that are preparing the dossier and everything for the FCA.
Thank you.
Okay, is there any further question? No? Okay, then thank you, Luis and Pablo. And a big applause for them as well, Luis taking this. Okay, now it's the last startup. They are the winners of the Social Impact Accessit. I was going to ask this, so it's okay. So we have Jose Vidarros. He's one of the co-founders of Naria before Food Ration for All. So you have your 3 minutes, your microphone, and.
Okay. So hello everyone. I'm Josebi. I'm the CEO and co-founder with Kilian of Naria. Naria is a unique digitalization solution for the third sector with also blockchain traceability. What we are is a company, a social economy company, that we are focused on the design, on the development, marketing, and implementation of social, of innovation projects of triple impact, social, environmental, and economic, focused in the food sector. We are the medium point between the idealism and the philanthropy, but we don't have to forget that we are making business, that we are a private company, and we have to make money for continuing doing our good activity. We are also focused in the objectives, in the sustainable development objectives. Then the problem that we realized was that there's a lack of digitalization and interconnection of the agents involved in the third sector. These agents are corporate, social entities, society, food chains, public administrations, and beneficiaries. And in all of the verticals that they are working in, public management, food waste, and donations management, they are not working as well as if they were doing with coherence. So the solution that we have developed is the platform Naria. Naria is the digital solution all-in-one. And with Naria, we can automatize any operational process of the social entities or the agents that are doing something for the social sector. We can integrate and interconnect all the agents between them, so it's so important. Also, we can make the traceability with blockchain of all the data that we are trading in our platform, and we can trade any type of asset, not just money, not just food, we can trade anyone. So we give the efficiency, traceability, transparency, food safety, and dignity for the people, for the beneficiaries. Here you can see a visual structure of our platform. Our platform can integrate in-house technologies like Nadia's Insurración Diaria is a technology that we put digital tools for collection money, mobile app, web app, and totems. And with the money that we collect, then we convert it into wallet cards. We avoid the hunger queues because we are not trading physical food. So we give the wallet card for the poor people, and then the poor people can go, as we do, to the supermarket and buy whatever they want, and we can trace it and know what they are buying. Then we also have inside another technology that's Through No More. Through No More is a Norwegian technology that we can get connected to the ERPs of the supermarkets, and we can know the products that the supermarket get down the price. So we put in our mobile app, and then the people can go and buy it in a lower price, and also we can show it to the beneficiaries for making the wallet cards that we give with Nadia's Insurración Diaria. They can buy more products with the wallet cards. Then we also have another technology that is EatCloud. It's a Colombian technology, and we put in contact the food industry or the companies that have a food waste with the social entities that are interested on the food waste, on the excedent for taking it. So we make the match between them. We trace with blockchain, and then the social entity put the logistics for going to the product, and then the product is not going to the bin. They don't throw it away. They use it for giving to the poor people. Also, we are working on projects for the public administration with the ministers of Spain, and also with European projects that are changing nowadays. So we have a good aim there. And also we are canalizing the social responsibility of the companies that can donate with our systems. Why now? Because now it's time to market, because unfortunately there's a risk of poor people, of poverty. Here in Spain, more than 12 million people are in risk of poverty. In Europe, more than 100 people, and in Latin America, more than 200 people. Well, our business model is a SaaS B2B. It depends on the vertical that we are talking in, but it's in Nadia's Insurración Diaria, we earn money with the subscription that the social entities pay us for giving the service that is based on the volume that we collect of money each month. And Through No More, the supermarkets pay for each store that they have connected with the ERPs in our system. And with EatCloud, there's a monthly fee. It's a subscription of the membership, and the public administration is an upfront contract.
And I think that I have to stop you. There were 3 minutes, and you're already 5. So when is the last one? Can you close with
Yeah, these are our metrics. Yeah, I can close as quickly. Our projection in 2023 is increasing. Nowadays, we are internationalizing in Mexico, in Colombia, in Norway. We are growing up in Spain too, and we have received many loans, grants. We are in an open round. We are looking for 100,000 euros, because we have raised 500,000 euros. So we are looking for about 100,000. This is our team. This couldn't be possible without this team, and these are our advisors nowadays. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Big round of applause. So just to clarify, you are in a round of 600K, and you only have a ticket of 100K.
Yeah, we have raised.
You have 500, yeah, and then you have left one ticket of 100. Okay. I don't know if there's any question for the last startup. No? Well, if not, well, thank you all for being here today. Thank you also for the people that who join us online. And well, now we have the coffee. Well, not coffee. I think it's drinks, no, and beers and food. And yeah, thanks all to you all for being here today. Okay.